Professor Dr. Dharmendra Ahuja, Director, Faculty of Pharmaceutical Science, and today I will be discussing the topic related to asthma. Basically, we will be discussing the drugs used in treatment of bronchial asthma. So, the topic is drugs used in treatment of bronchial asthma. Okay. Now, if we see, first of all, what we will do, we will see the brief idea about bronchial asthma, what it is, how it occurs. Then we will see the drugs used in treatment of bronchial asthma. So, if we see a brief idea, it is a COPD, chronic obstructive. It is a type of COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder. Then after that we will be seeing its drugs used in treatment. So first we will see what is COPD. COPD is, as I told, chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder. Chronic means for a longer duration if any disease is occurring. Obstructive means obstruction. Pulmonary means related to lungs. Disorder means malfunctioning or dysfunctioning. So it is a kind of chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder, bronchial asthma, and usually the reason of this bronchial asthma is of allergic origin. Allergy may be due to any compound and which causes basically secretion of mucus, excessive secretion of mucus, whereas it causes release of histamine and other leukotrienes, which causes irritation in our pulmonary area and bronchi area, and it needs to be cured with certain category of drugs. So first of all we will see what are the category of the drugs, and then one by one we will see their mechanism. So category of drugs used in treatment of bronchial asthma is bronchodilators, xanthines, then histamine antagonists, mast cell stabilizers, bronchodilators, xanthines, histamine antagonists, mast cell stabilizers, leukotriene antagonists, and certain steroids. So these are the drugs which are used. First of all we will see bronchodilator. Bronchodilator used in treatment of bronchial asthma are salbutamol, which is a beta-2 agonist, then anticholinergics. In anticholinergics particularly ipratropium and triprotropium. Why? Because it's a chronic disorder, so drugs which act for longer duration are mainly useful. So anticholinergics like ipratropium, triprotropium is commonly used. Then in xanthines we commonly know theophylline, caffeine. We can say normally we used to drink this tea and coffee. These are also these provide also relaxation in asthma. After that, histamine antagonist. As I told you that the reason of xanthine is again bronchodilation basically. Then histamine antagonist. As I told you that in asthma, histamine overproduction is there which causes irritation. So certain histamine antagonists can also be used like diphenhydramine, promethazine. Then mast cell stabilizer. Mast cell stabilizer are also anyhow affecting histamine because they decrease the release of histamine. So in mast cell stabilizer, disodium chromoglycolate is there, ketotefan is the drug that is there. After that, leukotriene antagonist, montelukast, jafarlukast. Now this montelukast and jafarlukast is what? These are again irritation causing agents in our respiratory tract and bronchi. So these are the agents. Then if we come the steroidal part, certain steroids are also used, which basically we can say various steroidal drugs like dexamethasone etc. are used, prednisolone. So they basically reduce the antigen antibody reaction and so that the patient feels relaxation in inflammatory response. Whereas certain other adjuvant anti-inflammatory drugs like NSAIDs are also being prescribed by doctors to just ease out the patient from the symptoms. So once again we will review what we have just studied. The topic is drug used in treatment of bronchial asthma. First of all, we have seen what is asthma. Asthma is a type of chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder, or we can say it's a allergic disorder also, and which causes allergy in our bronchial region, which ultimately turns out to show a chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder or dysfunction. Now the drugs used in treatment of asthma are bronchodilator, because if we will be using bronchodilator, they will dilate the bronchi and patient will feel ease out. So bronchodilator used are beta 2 agonists like salbutamol, then anticholinergics like ipratropium, triprotopium, then xanthines. Xanthines of course, caffeine and what you call theophylline. These are also causing anyhow bronchodilation. Then histamine antagonists. Histamine antagonists are also decreasing the histamine level, so decreasing the inflammatory response. As I told earlier, that histamine is also causing inflammation or irritation to the mucosal level or respiratory level to the patient. So histamine antagonist, diphenhydramine, promethazine, these are the drugs which are used to ease out. Then mast cell stabilizer. Mast cell stabilizers are like are the agent basically which reduce the histamine secretion. So if histamine secretion will be reduced, automatically the inflammation and the irritation in the patient's bronchi area will be reduced. Now mast cell stabilizers are disodium chromoglycolate, ketotifen, these are the drugs. Then if we come to leukotriene antagonist, certain leukotriene is the main inflammatory agent in our respiratory tract, which has recently been found out by the scientists, and it is showing tremendous effects in treatment of asthma. So nowadays, mainly in case of asthmatic patient, leukotriene antagonists like montelukast, zafirlukast are mainly prescribed by the doctors. If we see, so basically it reduces the leukotriene effect in our body, because they are leukotriene receptor antagonists. So they instead of leukotriene compound, they themselves get bound to the leukotriene receptor and reduce the effect of leukotriene, and so that they release they ease out the symptoms, or we can say inflammation in the respiratory tract. Steroids, certain as I just told you, prednisolone is the steroid. Steroids are basically used to suppress the antigen antibody reaction. So if, as I told you, it's kind of a allergic disorder, or you can say autoimmune disorder. So if we will be giving this steroid, so they suppress the autoimmune response or antigen antibody reaction, so they will also ease out the asthmatic response of the patient. So we have discussed all the drugs used in treatment of asthma. First of all, basically we have seen what is asthma type, what is the major category of asthma. Then we have seen the drugs. In addition to these drugs, some adjuvant measures are also needed by the patient, like morning walk, then taking fresh air. Certain additional adjuvant therapies like yoga may help to the patient, and also the patient should take care of its eating habits. If any allergic substance is there, if patient feels allergic to certain substances, he or she should avoid those substances in his or her eating. Additionally, yoga, exercise, morning walk, healthy lifestyle also helps in proper management of asthma. So in this session we have basically studied what is asthma, then what are the major category of asthma, then what are the drugs used in treatment of asthma, then we have seen little bit how to manage the asthma with the drugs. So with the drugs, what I told, if you will just review, a healthy lifestyle means he or she should take regular morning walk, he or she should do yoga, he or she should do regular exercise, avoiding of over smoking. Even smoking should be avoided, because smoking is nothing but it is causing irritation to our stomach or irritation to our lungs. So ultimately in longer duration it causes asthma. In addition to that, one newer type of asthma has been identified. If we come to the literature, if we see the literature, newer type of asthma has been identified that occurs to certain persons who are working in a certain kind of industry. Suppose in a pharma industry or a industry where asbestos ash is there. So it is called as occupational asthma, which is a newer type of asthma which has been just find it out. So that occupational asthma is also coming due to over stress. Asthma is occurring to the patients. So that occupational asthma can be relieved if the patient comes out of that particular surrounding, and patient releases himself from that particular surrounding. So automatically the symptoms gets lower down, because that particular occupational exposure, or we can say that particular what you call asbestos exposure, or a particular drug exposure if the patient is working in a drug industry, so is causing the asthmatic response to the patient. So to shut down or to remove that effect, this kind of drug or this kind of response can be eased out. So this was all about asthma, and we will review once again. Basically what we have seen, what is bronchial asthma? So bronchial asthma is a chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder means regularly occurring pulmonary obstruction. As I told you, the reason behind this is mainly allergy. Allergy is basically an autoimmune thing. Autoimmune means body starts producing antibody against its own organ. So in asthma, body starts producing antibodies against its own organs, like its own lungs or respiratory tract or bronchi or bronchioles or trachea, any part, against any part. If the body start producing this antibodies, so this kind of COPD occurs. Now if we see the drugs are bronchodilators. As I told, in bronchodilator basically two major categories are there. One is salbutamol, as I told, that beta 2 agonist. Then atropine, that is another. Ipratropium, trypotropium, these are another bronchodilator. Then xanthines, just I am reviewing the things once again. Xanthines, caffeine, theophylline, these also ease out the response. Then histamine antagonist, as I told, diphenhydramine promethazine. Then mast cell stabilizer, disodium chromoglycolate, ketoglucan. As I told, this histamine antagonist and mast cell stabilizer basically shows antihistaminic response and they ease out the patient. Then leukotriene antagonist also reduce the leukotriene effect and show they ease out the patient. Whereas steroid decreases the antigen antibody reaction and eases out the patient. So this was all about treatment of asthma. Thank you.